Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just K. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know it dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with power plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant shots on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, they like if you feeling it. Picking the players, they all never time you can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch. No toast allowed, just supposed to live. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose, or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, it's another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big. Don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just K. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. We about to go big. We about to go big.
Just cash.
About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him at the prize pig.
Listen to those gunshots.
Yo.
Go, Wappy!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's good? What's good? We are coming at you guys a little bit early today. Had to change up the schedule just a little bit for today, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Still here, still hanging out with everyone, and we are still just cash. So, welcome back. Welcome. What's good, Underrated? How are you?
I'm really good, man. Thanks for asking. I got my joint here already, almost smoked all the way to the end, and I'm in a great mood. I know the games, as far as plays that we have ready to smack, they're already bumped, so that's not as fun, but we have some live betting later today, and man, I ordered my new hot tub yesterday off of Underdog's streak win. I can't be mad about that. And shit, man, we're chilling with some homies on the in the chat, looking at WNBA. Can't be mad. Let's go.
Hell yeah. That's great news, man. Love to hear it. Hopefully that hot tub will get there. Are you going to have to put it yourself, or does it come with the install?
Oh, man. I actually have, the way my house is set up, it's going to be a hassle, but I'm going to figure it out. We got like a wall on the other side. I can't bring it around the other side of the house because of the way my house is set up, so I'm going to have to pull down this wood wall and put it back up after I get the hot tub in. So it's going to be a hassle. But once it's in, baby, I'm going to be thinking about Japanese baseball and how it did me so well.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. And speaking of Japanese baseball, where can you find that? It's going to be in our Discord. Man, we had an absolute free square last night. Played a metric ton of it. Not even gonna lie, played a ton of it, and so free. 1.5K prop, man. Give me that all day,
bro. That one was really nice. Funny. I was not expecting, because Prizepicks usually doesn't mess up like that. It's usually Underdog, and Underdog has a minimum of 2.5, regardless. But Prizepicks said, "Hey, we're just gonna add up these dude 18 games, and he only had 2 starts. We're just gonna average that and put it at 1.5Ks. Okay, and we're gonna leave it on the board for like 2 hours so everyone can get as much as they want. Here we are, a little richer."
Yeah, man, waking up with some green again, and got a ton loaded up in the tank already for tonight, so absolutely love it. And let's go ahead and do our normal intro thing here, so that way you guys can find out where to get all that, and make sure to hit that like button down below if you haven't already. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us as always during the weekday, and got kind of an interesting schedule we'll get to for the rest of this week, but also make sure and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out, and hit those notifications, turn them on so you don't miss out whenever we go live. But the most importantly is going to be for the Discord, so check it out in the description. We're still running a 7-day free trial. You can click on the links down below, stop by, say what's up, and come win some cash with us. Yeah, man. Honestly, a pretty insane weekend. I mean, Sunday we hit a sweep on our WNBA plays, so that was, phenomenal. Can't ask for anything more than that. Yesterday we had an off day to kind of, get the head right, and then now we're back at it with another 5-game slate today, man. Boy, oh boy, into the season scheduling is something else.
Yeah, if you rewind about a month at how we were feeling about the season, it's night and day, man. I'm feeling like every day there's profit to be made, there's good plays to be had, all kinds of cool shit going on. It's going to run right into college basketball too. The future is bright. It's fun.
It is, man. And we're inching our way towards, postseason. I believe the last day of the regular season is on the 11th or the 12th, something like that. So not too far away at all. But we digress. While we're digressing, let's talk about today's slate. We got a little bit of news and some unfortunate injury news for a few players. Some season-ending injuries, too. Even more unfortunate. Yeah, boo. Very boo indeed. Unfortunately, Lee Yaroo is going to be out for the rest of the year, and Sophie Cunningham, Dunzo, for this season. Very unfortunate, man. I hate to hear it.
I like to hear it because I'm sick of her. I'm sick of Sophie, to be honest with you. Every time I see her, I'm like, I don't really like her. I'm just being honest. I just don't really like her. There's just something about her. She thinks she's too hot shit for my liking. Like, you're okay and shit. You're getting old. I mean, you look okay, but let's not get carried away here. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, it's a very on the fence feeling for some, and some love her, some, can't stand her. But regardless, no more of that. So we'll see probably a good, healthy portion of Lexi Hull moving forward. And they also re-signed Shea Petty. So that's kind of interesting to see. But nonetheless, let's talk about some injury news for today, though. Did see that Angel Reese was going to be at practice today. So possible Q tag. Kind of coming out of left field, honestly. I did not get the impression that she was going to play really the rest of the season, one, but two, play such a short turnaround from the last time they talked to the coaches. But still waiting to see. You got Haley Van Lith, she's been rocking the Q tag for forever now, and then Ariel Atkins. They've been playing a bunch of games recently, so they might just give her a night off here, but we'll keep an eye out for that. Yesterday, we did get news that Stephanie Dolson was going to be out for her first game of this season, and JC Sheldon continues to be out there. Collier wasn't really expected to play, so no surprise there. And then I think Monique, did we get confirmation on her? Okay, so she's probable. So looks like the rest of the slate looks pretty straightforward. Most of the teams, no really personnel changes there. Let me double check the news real fast. Oh, and then Enrique does not practice today. That came through just about an hour ago. So Big Paige might have her quite a day tomorrow going up against the Sparks. But we'll briefly touch on that game here in just a little bit. Let's talk about great schedule making. Let's go ahead and just get this out of the way here. We got not one, not two, but let's make it 3 games in a row for Minnesota versus New York here. I don't know who the hell thought of this, but man, this is great. So awesome. No idea how that happened, but you know what? We're just going to play all 3 of their 4 games. Number 1, number 2 team of this, of last year. Let's make sure we cram all 3 games in after All-Star break, mind you. First time they played this season.
Good shit. Let's go. Woohoo. Good job, guys.
It's so weird.
Good job.
So weird.
We're going to have a series today. We're going to have a series this week. Some baseball shit. It's 3 games in a row. Fuck it.
I'll be honest, I can't recall in the last 4 years of covering this sport that this has ever happened where we had one team just play the same matchup 3 times in a row. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go down the rabbit hole and see if this is a first time in like, however many years. But regardless, very strange. We're typically not the biggest fan of the back-to-back turnaround rematches, but hey, maybe you throw one more time on there and this could be a banger. So going to be interesting to say the least. Sabrina really, really struggles in this matchup, but I do see she has been kind of a field favorite. Saw some bump up earlier. Yeah, man, they are at least back at home. I will say New York, at home has been a lot more dangerous overall, but not a fan of the third game, man. Just not a fan of that. So we'll probably see some more adjustments here. Emma kind of also really struggling with the series. Shepard played really good last game, but Courtney Williams and Kayla McBride, I think, kind of the two wild card here. Courtney took a big step forward this last time, but Kayla McBride, she's really been steady Eddie the whole time through. Really consistent with the scoring, already kind of fluky, so I don't know if I trust that. But her lines were pretty low today. I will say 14.5 points was a touch low. But overall, man, I mean, what's your thoughts on this? Is this even worth the interest, or is this just kind of a fade out?
What you mean this whole game?
Yeah, I mean, just by and large, we got two really good defensive teams here going at it. So even without Feezy and Stewart on both sides, I mean, they have some really good complementary players that are stepping up right now. So honestly, it just kind of feels like a wash. Yeah, we're losing some offensive firepower between Feezy. I don't know if the same can necessarily be said about Stewart, but he's got some flashes of it. But yeah, man, I mean, a third game in a row for them, like,
Yeah, no, it's kind of funky. It is kind of funky. What do you think about, now we've seen Emma ball, but then last game she kind of took a step back, and then JJ's just JJ. Sabrina, we saw, had no potential assists, barely at all. What else was kind of interesting? The other thing that's interesting was Jessica Shepard. I believe she played, remember the game, one of these games she didn't even play in the fourth quarter? I don't know if she was just had an off game or she had to take a shit, or I don't know what happened, but like last game she played a lot of minutes, and I feel like her lines are probably a little low. Is there anything for her we can fuck with, or are you just off her because she's annoying, which she is most of the time? But I feel like we're coming into a spot where she might put up some points and get some minutes. I could be wrong, but I just wanted to throw out that feeling and that thought. What do you think?
I mean, it's definitely possible. We kind of took a risk the first time that we played Shep here whenever we got confirmation that Feezy was going to be out. There is, I think, some degree of fatigue that was also with this because, she was going back from playing nothing really crazy with the minutes here to, being forced into a starter role and playing very, very heavy minutes, but also still with their schedule. They had a game on the 5th, the 8th, the 10th, and the 16th. So the first 3 games there, that was kind of a small stretch for her to get adjusted to not only this tougher matchup, because, I mean, Seattle, Washington, and New York, those are no slouches on defense at all. But getting to play New York the second time around was pretty interesting because she was definitely able to get to the free throw line like 12 free throw attempts is pretty insane. But the time on the court, though, was really huge. And I think that's something that maybe can kind of fluctuate from night to night. If we see, like the stud buds, whenever they go with the smaller unit, they did a lot of damage in this game that they did not play her a whole lot. So, I mean, there is that looming threat that could just happen, on a night-to-night basis. But I think that's, assuming that Emma actually has a reasonable game, because I want to say Emma also played like shit that game too.
Yeah.
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure both of them didn't.
And Emma's lines are pretty back to. I mean, she did so well the first couple games. Her lines started getting up there, but I think they're down a tiny bit for this game too. I don't know, but both of those players seem like they're coming off this weird vibe where their lines are just a tiny bit too low. And I don't know if you like their matchups or how it feels besides that, but there's something about that gives me that feeling they're both gonna at least have an average game. And if we're getting value.
Yeah, I mean honestly, it's not bad. The lines that they're giving us, I think is the not bad part. The matchup could be a little bit better. Minnesota is getting, I think, the better part of this, the pace up, and then giving up so many threes and stuff like that. Minnesota's still been pretty good at defending inside the paint. So, I mean, I think maybe the scoring upside for Emma could continue to be limited. I mean, she only had 11 and 10 points in both of the games on, I think the shot volume still pretty close to similar. I mean, 11 and 8 field goal attempts. Granted, yeah, she got into 5 fouls this last game, so maybe there's something to be said about that too. But honestly, man, she started the game off pretty horrible. Like the rotation was weird. Kennedy Burke was playing a ton of minutes too, and playing really well, but still playing a ton of minutes. And I don't know, that first half was nasty. She had like two PR or 2 PRA in almost the whole first half.
Yeah, and it was cool though because we had her full game and she came back, or we took her second half, and her second half was already low, and she came back and did normal Emma stuff in the second half, so that was nice, right? Like the second half seemed like her normal self. It was just one half was off. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it sounds like we should stay away from her, not knowing much. I was looking at the combo rebounds, but then her rebound, she only had 3 last game, so that's kind of scary. But Shepherd, bro, 17.5 PR sounds pretty interesting. I don't know. Just a thought. Definitely don't want to push it, but if it's something that, if you're saying this game kind of doesn't have much you're looking at, that feels like a decent value. I don't know. Could be fucking off though. I just feel like she gets those minutes, right? Sorry.
Yeah. 100%. No, it's just the minutes for both of the players. Like if they're playing over that 30-minute threshold, you're probably looking pretty good, even regardless of the matchups. But Shepherd, is priced into a few more minutes here. Granted, she doesn't have a direct backup here, so maybe if I had to pick, it'd be Shepherd and then Emma with the wheel on the other side. But that's tough, man. It's really tough. Emma's also kind of the same characteristics, though. She was playing a lot of games in a really, really short amount of time here. All these different tougher matchups in such a short amount of time can really kind of wear on somebody, return him back to, the league and get used to stuff too. I don't mind it though. Honestly, I mean, their PRAs are still pretty low. You're just paying for the minutes here. So that's the only risk, the only unknown about that. And where something like, Sabrina, for example, even though she's played bad, she's still been locked into pretty heavy minutes and one of the only like reliable kind of minute players out there. So it makes sense. I mean, I get why people are on her today, but I don't know, man. If you can still find Emma at 23.5, that one's not bad. That's
what I thought it was. Maybe it just changed now. It is 23.5 on Underdog still.
Yeah, but she just moved when we hopped on.
Okay. What was the other one? Shepherd, I was going to say PRA or just PR. I know she can get 2 assists, but 3. I mean, I guess we might as well. I was looking at the potentials here now that we have that 6-7 in the last 2 games. Only 3 games ago. So, I mean, I was just thinking PR to make it simple, but PRA could work, I guess, too, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a bunch of kick-out 3 opportunity that they should have between, her and the wings. So, I think she can totally get 2. Like, she should be good for 2. Maybe beyond that could be kind of a question mark, but she should totally get 2.
Okay, cool. So, PRA is cool. I was going to say, since we don't have a million plays today that you're loving, we can try to talk game by game like we're doing here. So this first game, Brandon Earl, what's up, man? He says, how do you feel about Atlanta Smith since we're on this game? Her fantasy.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're banking on her to get a few blocks and steals along the way. So, I mean, we are definitely going to need a little bit production from that. I know this last game, she came back down to earth. Both of the last 2 games, a little bit more level-headed with the scoring, but the rebounds were pretty solid. I know over the last 2 games, so she should be priced into still doing that. And New York's one of the top 4 teams still taking high clip from 3. I mean, there should be rebounds in that nature. The defensive matchup against JJ, pretty good for the block upside, blocks and steal upside. So I don't mind that, just as long as just another player who really needs that 30-minute marker. I mean, other than that, you're going to be sweating the blocks and the steals. So I I don't mind that. I think she's still a solid player for this team right now. And as long as she doesn't get into foul trouble, coach has been leaving her out there.
Okay, cool. And we always go for that 25 likes. Whoever gets that 25th like gets the good luck for the day. And we're already at 23, so we're getting there, guys. Just wanted to remind you, if you haven't hit the like yet, smack it. And if you get the 25th, you got the extra good luck. Money 2800. Brain says big. WNBA Slate. Let's beat these books.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And 3 times here, E. 3 times. She says, what's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Best bet? ? You want your best bet, and I know it's already been bumped.
Yeah, man. It would have probably either been the Mabry 15.5 under or Alicia Gray 24.5. I was going to say, we might as well at least also mention the plays that we had posted up in the Discord. They are unfortunately bumped, so if you do want to play them now, the Alicia Gray 25.5, I could still maybe take a ride with that, but maybe 14.5 points, I would probably leave that alone. Maybe look for the first half line or second half line for her should be really, really solid in these kind of games where, mentally she checks out kind of early. She doesn't really do a whole lot in the second half. And this last game was interesting, man. I can't believe their coach ran basically like an eight player rotation just to try and beat Indiana at home, and ended up losing to them in overtime, which is kind of crazy in its own right. But yeah, that shouldn't be a normal thing for them. Honestly, this coach has no business continuing to run some of these vetted players. They're not playing for anything other than pride here. So the Lindsay Allens and the backup 7A players they signed anyways, those players should see some kind of usage moving forward. And Tina almost assuredly is going to get dialed back at some point towards the end of the season because, there's no reason for her to be playing 30-plus minutes, especially after they picked up Aaliyah Edwards.
Aaliyah Edwards. Yeah, that's interesting. I wanted to talk to you, too, about, what's her name? Lacan, I think is her name. Her assists are interesting, too. I know you brought that up earlier today. Limited times 10's here, bro. He said, what's up, guys? Let's fucking go. Ayo's here. He says, hit the like button in caps. Hey, they hit the like button for us, Ayo. We're already at 27. You guys are the shit. We appreciate you guys. Fade King says, my guys back for the 5-game slate. Just cash on my ass. And then he said,
pause.
Sure.
And then he said,
DC, baby.
Pause.
DC. All right. Oh, shit. We got a bunch of comments under here, man. Ian's here. What's up, Ian? Do you like Howard over fantasy? I believe he's talking Ryan Howard, or maybe he's talking Natasha Howard, but I assume Ryan. Never know.
Yeah,
Ian.
probably Ryan.
Never know with that guy, Ian.
Ryan's okay. Today we ended up going with Alicia Gray, though, overall. So, just a little bit more historic, I think, upside for her, too. Plus, she's not as a dedicated three-point shooter like Ryan Howard is. You saw this last game. She was really kind of a sweat until she heated up towards the end of the game when she was able to land a few threes. But, nah, I think, honestly, Ryan, her lines are pretty appropriate now for getting them at a really, really good discount, 2 games prior to that, now where they are. But Alicia Gray, she kind of went in the opposite direction of that. They really bumped her lines down quite a bit because she was at 27.5 and then 26.5 for the last 2 games and holding strong. But the fact that they moved her down to 24.5, I think is kind of an overcorrection. We're pushing up to a player almost a 70% hit rating just overall in the season, averaging on 27.8 PRA to begin with, but still got the same situation from last 2 games. Jordan Kennedy being out, it's a huge impactful thing, albeit yes, she missed the last 2 games here, but take that away and she was hitting this at almost a 70% hit rating as well. But you can see even higher though at 29.1 PRA per game. So even more so, last 2 games we got to kind of goldfish this. Golden State, they just kill the pace of the game, and Seattle back-to-back rematch made it a little bit tougher on her and the shots didn't fall. But looking at the games where the pace has been, middle of the pack or higher, so good example, Seattle, Dallas, Sparks, Dallas here. Missed out on the Indiana one, which was pretty unfortunate, and then But sorry, lost my train of thought here. But the matchups where there is a solid pace on the other side to complement them, she's excelled at. I mean, averaging almost 29 PRA in those games so far over the last 20, and she only missed 2 of those meetings. So I like her, man. I think Alicia Gray, honestly, a better bounce back spot today. If you catch her at 25.5, it is what it is, but we did lock her in at 24.5.
There you have it. David Wadlington, haven't seen that name in a minute. What's up, man? How you doing? He says Reese PR, even on a probable minutes restriction at 19.5. Angel Reese, if she plays, 19.5 PR, he says.
Yeah, man, that one's honestly tough, and I'm really disappointed that we did get kind of hit with the midday news with her, because it would have made this game a whole lot easier to break down without her. Because honestly, I do have a lot of interest in the bigs here, but for Chicago, I mean, there's a sky high rebound upside. This is something we've kept targeting over and over. Any kind of big rebounders versus Seattle has been money. So I would like the rebound upside. I don't know about, the minutes, big scary part, usage, scary part. No idea what that's going to look like for her too. And we've even seen, without Reese out there, coach has kind of dialed Cardoso back a little bit too. So nothing really feels safe as far as minutes are going to go for this team right now, unfortunately. But if Ariel Atkins ends up being out, there will definitely be some more shots to take on there. So I would like to see that, but we need some kind of clarity on this, man, because the last time the coach said anything, she was trending towards not even playing the rest of the season. So we just went in polar opposite directions on what coach is telling us right here, and I would be hard pressed to put any kind of money on that. Honestly, it's kind of making Chicago just an outright fade for me altogether.
Sounds good to me. When anything feels a little bit weird, best to pass. That is true.
Pass.
Ian Warner Comedy said,
Sorry, just kind of put an end cap on that. Bantam, her points are still very, very low. That one I would keep the trigger finger on just in case if we get Atkins news, because I wouldn't mind that.
Okay. And then the thought of Reese playing for sure, and we get the news and say she's even starting. Do we like that Liz Williams under fantasy that's sitting on underdog at 25.05, or do we kind of pass with everything here?
Did they keep any of the first half lines up by chance?
I don't think so. I think it's just limited bullshit because they know it's a little sketch. All they have is double. You can only take the over, and 2.5 offensive rebounds. Okay, weird.
Yeah. I mean, she could unfortunately stock her way there, but I think it's still a pretty safe bet to try and get some kind of exposure on, because that's not like that much of an adjusted line. And even if Reese plays 22, 25 minutes, something like that could be plenty enough to keep her at bay.
Okay, cool. So we'll keep that in the queue. Wait for the Angel news. That'll be big. Ian says NECA under rebounds.
See, this one's kind of interesting, man. I know this last game we talked about her and Asia for the rebounding over. So, I mean, honestly, this one's going to depend a little bit on news. So we need to find out if Reese is playing, and if she's playing, is she starting? If she plays and she starts, I wouldn't mind that, because that's more than likely who her on-court defender is going to be, is NECA. But if she's out and or coming off the bench, then you're kind of stuck with Liz Williams. And I'd feel a lot better about the under in that situation. But if Angel restarts, I'd probably leave that alone.
Fair enough. That reminds me, I was thinking about the JJ's under rebounds. How does that hit you?
JJ?
Under 8.5. Little crazy thinking, you think?
No, I mean, I saw somebody, kind of making or arguing the case for that earlier too. It's, I mean, something that they've really been able to kind of trap her in play more physical against JJ specifically because, the lack of size they've had a little bit over the last, month or so. She's so random at home sometimes, man. That's the only time I hate messing with her unders is when she's at home, because that's when she's like the most productive too. I know it's a little bit more sample size that we've had, but I mean, you look at some of these games at the house though, and dog, she's just putting up some insane shit. So if it was still a road game, I would love it, but I don't know. This game could be so funky, dude. I feel like all the people who've been doing bad are going to do really well, and then all the people who've been doing really well are just going to be subpar.
Interesting thoughts. Well, I read something about the way Minnesota played them last game and how they just threw the pick and roll at JJ a lot, and JJ was kind of pulled out a little bit more, so she didn't get as many rebounds. I don't know how much merit that holds, but it just kind of wanted to throw it out there, see what you thought.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was reading the same thing that I'm sure from the same person. The pick and roll game was, I mean, really, really nasty. And I think they got away with it a little bit more from, so many favorable foul calls that they got. So could be kind of a different situation if, say the big on the other side there is the one picking up the fouls and not, the receiving end of it. So it's, I mean, worth note, because that, the pick and roll that they said is so far outside of the key that they're trying to give space between, Sabrina, her defender, and then being able to drop it into the bucket for somebody to slip in underneath, which is, where Phoebus was doing really, really well at. And Emma still had the look, still had the opportunities. She just wasn't converting on shots. But this game, man, I'm telling you, coaches are not going to be having the same old BS. Like, it's not just going to run back with the third game in a row. We're going to see something a little bit different here.
Makes sense. All right. Uno4 says Sabrina under PRA. Run it back. And Sabrina, yeah, man, her unders have been nice. I know she got us in the second half last game, so that kind of pushed me away from looking at her unders again. And I think her lines are a little lower today than they have been, right?
Yeah, they're slightly lower. I mean, we did have them open them back to, I would say, pretty reasonable. I think her first half opened at 10.5 again. Did 9.5 or 10.5, but her lines obviously overall are going to be a lot lower because she's been playing so bad for the last 5-6 games now, at least in the first half. But
right.
Oh, they took it down again. Oh no, it's back to 9. So yeah, 9 flat. That's definitely a little bit low.
Yeah, we were getting 10.5. That was a nice feeling. 9's a little bit. Eesh. Oh wow, she still hasn't got there. Yeah. So. Never know with her, man. She could just turn it on and you're toast. So probably pass if it feels that way. What about Citron's first half? Did they bump her down? 8 again. Hey,
she's still at 8, man.
Hey, she does not play well in the first, or she just doesn't turn it on until the second. She's kind of like a UFC fighter that just chills in the first half of the fight and then lets it go later. I don't know. That's what's been happening. I don't know why, but yeah. Shit, is she 8.5 on Underdog? Let's see. I know Underdog gave us 8.5 last time. That was pretty good. Couldn't complain about that.
Real nice.
Let's see. Sonia Citron, man, she's been one of my favorite players to watch lately. I can't even lie. First half 8.5 again on Underdog. I don't know, man. We might have to go back to it. I think I'll sit it in the queue here with Liz under fantasy, and if Angel is playing and starting, bingo. I like what Fade King says. He says, got that 25th like. Can't tell me shit today.
Hey, there we go. Let's go.
That's exactly the vibe we want around here. Thank you, Fade King, for hitting the like, and congratulations for the 25th. Hopefully it goes well. Money 2800 Brain says, so is Asia Taco a trap?
No, I mean, I think honestly that one's pretty solid. We always like Asia to score, 20 or more anytime they play at the house. I think it's good. The normal point line, 23.5, 22.5, is pretty appropriate. I mean, she's playing out of her mind right now, so I think that is definitely warranted. And then historically, I think she's over the last 4 out of 4 or 5 out of 5, something like that. All 20 plus burgers. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It looks pretty good right now. The last game was a little bit scary, and the pacing of it overall too was a little bit wonky. She did score 24, so looks good along with everything else. The 23.5 points kind of pushing it. 22.5 I could get behind. The only concern, and I gotta say it's a big concern because it's been the extra little mustard on top for the last couple games here, is the free throw attempts. So that is something very concerning as far as downside today. Atlanta has been elite for allowing the least amount of free throws per game. I know I was looking at this last time, and we brought it up last stream too for this kind of upside too. But yeah, allowing the least amount of free throws, so we are not going to be getting the same whistles here. Obviously, she can get a few fouls against Brianna Jones on the other side and what have you, but don't expect quite necessarily the same kind of production from that. So, can she get us 20 points? Yes, I think very much so. Can she get us 25 points? That we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, cool. I might have to add the 19.5 in the chamber for some live betting. We'll see what payout they give us. Hopefully they'll give us more than 2 times. AE, I think that says. NBA 2K says Kiki 8.5 rebounds. How do you feel about Kiki?
Yeah, I mean, hey, now with Dolson being out, we haven't really seen that so far this season. So, I mean, there is something to kind of be said about that. I'm kind of surprised that the field jumping a little bit more towards Kiki today and not on Shakira, because I mean, she is their direct backup, and she's also going to be covering Tina Charles too. So, yes, there will be a little bit of separation and chance that Kiki could probably come in and work into the rebound rotation. 8.5, man, I still it's right there on the line for her. Can she get 9? Yes, I think totally can get 9. 10 or more, that might come back down to earth a little bit. Shakira did play very limited minutes, only had 18 minutes this last game, so this will take a step forward. I'm thinking this could be the unsung hero right here, dude. Like, the 6.5 rebounds could be real low.
Yeah.
Now, with her style of play she is, I wouldn't put my eggs all into a rebounding basket here, so maybe PR upside if anything, but she could definitely see more rebounds for sure.
You know what I think we should watch out for her is because the minutes weren't very high last game. Her lines are a little low because of the minutes, of course. Maybe she plays 15 minutes in the first half, and her second half PRA is going to be sitting there a little too low. That might be interesting. We'll see.
Stop. Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Okay. Ian said, fuck, already locked it in. He must have played Ryan Howard without asking permission. See how you are, Ian? We still love you. AOD says, eat money. No. Huh? What's up?
I was telling Ian, my bad. I saw he had typed it in chat, but I think we were setting up stream already.
Oh, well.
My bad.
That's not your bad. Ian went and played it. See? Ian, you couldn't wait. Ian, too impatient. You're too impatient, Ian. AO says E-Money definitely hit the Benjamin, or maybe the gummies, or maybe rolled a fat one. Which one is it, E? It's one of the 3.
The old Wesley Pipes.
There you go. David Wallington has another one. He says JJ under rebounds like we just talked through. Cloud PRA over 7.5 or fantasy 22.5. What do you think about Cloud?
Yeah, man. I mean, the PRA honestly is still pretty low. She is playing complimentary minutes, right around or over that 30-minute marker. I think the upside there, is pretty well warranted. Could see a little bit of reduction if, a lot of people are expecting big things out of Sabrina today. So there will be some kind of trade-off between that. But I think, the assist and playmaking upside still totally there. She's always liable to grab, anywhere from 2 to 5 rebounds a game. But going to have to shoot the ball a little bit more. Her involvement in the team as a whole has looked a lot better the last couple games. So would like to see it continue. Probably go with the PRA though, because she could have a few coughed up turnovers against Minnesota.
Okay, makes sense. You know what I was just thinking about these games? It's like it's 5 games, sure, and it's cool that there's 5 games and things to bet on. But like you're saying, man, usually on a 5-game slate, you'll have 6-7 plays. Today you only like really 2, which is, I think, the more we look at this, the more I'm with you on just chill today, guys. Like, all these games have weird things going on. Like, there's injuries, there's just different vibes, there's back-to-back games, there's just different shit today that feels weird. I'm with you on that. Totally feeling you now that we talked it through. And I'm like, oh, okay. I think it's smart to just chill, and the live betting I think can be really good because of those opposite things, because there's weird shit that they're not going to know, and those second half and lives are going to be sitting there wrong. We're going to get them, watch. We're going to get these motherfuckers.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, and, you know, real fast before we go to this next question, there is some plays on the surface. If we were to remove the context of the slate, so like, for example, today, Washington is on the slate. You know, we've taken any bigs, any active shooters, any active shooting bigs, let me say that correctly, that play against him. Those are always a sweet spot. So like today would be Tina Charles. Like if it was any other namesake than Tina Charles, we'd be all over it. But,
exactly.
You know, it's Tina Charles on the road. So, you know, if you want to exclude that, then yes, she's in a great spot today. You know, her PR I think is very live. If you want to run on a personal slip, same thing can be said for Morrow. Her scoring upside, rebounding upside, maybe a little bit more hard capped. But Tina, I mean, you know, that would be the example for that. Or Chicago had Reese not been a Q tag, it would have been Cardoso. Her rebounds, load me up on them.
Right. No, I totally get it, man. It's like in when I'm doing Japanese baseball, same kind of thing. The matchups are just the opposite. Plus, add all the injuries and the. Do we have restrictions here or there? This is totally that day. I feel it. But that's what I said, man. It's making me more excited for the live betting. So if you guys aren't in the Discord, jump in the Discord because we're going to have fun today. We're going to win some money during the live shit because they dropped some dumb shit. And I'm just sitting there watching. I don't even watch the games as much as I just watch the lines move. And I'm like, oh, there's some value. Oh, there's some value. Drop them in the Discord. Tag everyone. We load up. We win. Happy times. We're going to do that today. Hakeem Imran says, who's going to win between the Lynx and the Liberty? And what's up, man? Welcome.
Oh, man.
The Lynx and the Liberty.
This would be interesting. So would it be crazy to tell you that the Lynx have swept New York all year, all series so far?
And they have no Feezy and they're going to win again.
Yeah. New York is 0-3 versus...
Now,
Minnesota.
Let me ask you this, though, real quick. We know JJ and Stewie have been out different games. Has there been a game when they're both playing and they lost? Do you know? Like, because it seems like Stewie's obviously huge. Feezy's huge, too. They're both not really themselves. It's kind of a weird game in that way. Because when New York gets all their players back, man, I don't know. I could be wrong, but don't you feel like they can battle Minnesota at the end of the season? They have Stewie, Emma, and JJ. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, so Stewart missed all their games so far this season, so that's one big key piece to it. But I mean, obviously they can beat them. I mean, they beat them for the championship last year. So yes, I think that is the expectation. They should win this long term, but it's still pretty surprising. I mean, you know, being 0 for 3 on this series is pretty surprising nonetheless. But tough, man. It's really all about Sabrina. Like this, they've been living and dying on the last couple games as far as like who's the other person to really pick up the slack, because you get a pretty good 1-2 punch between Jonquel and Emma, you know, as far as like production and output there. But one of these guards has to step up. I mean, we had one random game with Fibich where she caught fire. There was a one random Cloud game. And then everything else has been, you know, picking up L's because the guards and the supporting cast aren't doing anything. So, I mean, Sabrina has to do something today. Like, she has to do something today, or they're going to go 0-4 on the series. But if I had to pick, still probably Minnesota here. Just, I mean, a better wing defenders, a little bit better second unit. Currently, better second unit, I'll say. But, man... It's all about Sabrina here. I would tell you Minnesota, but thinking about New York being swept on this at home too, man, I might have to tip my hat towards New York here. Okay, good call. Dirty Reg says Lynx. He disagrees, but hey, we'll see what happens. It's really hard to pick stuff like this, so either or.
Makes sense to me. I'm sure he has his reasonings as well. Dondre Viewing says Courtney Williams over 20.5 PA. And what's up? New name. How you doing? Welcome.
Hey, what's up?
And E, we're at 60 people watching and 44 likes. We only need 6 likes for 50, and we will be very happy. Thanks, guys. Hit the like if you haven't yet, please. Okay, go ahead, E. And if you got any questions, drop them. We're about to be out of here if you don't drop more questions, guys. But
yeah, we got to keep it a bit shorter today, unfortunately. But all the questions in the Discord, if you guys ever got any, come in there and fire them off. So make sure to check that out. But Courtney, though, so she's an interesting case here because the scoring, I think, is something that is a little bit maybe suspect from game to game, but bro, her RA upside has been very solid. I mean, not only solid just in this series. I mean, you can see 5 and 9 rebounds. So don't sleep on the rebounds, but also in the games where Feezy isn't playing too. I mean, these last couple here, we've seen 9, 6, 4, and then 2 5 sprinkled in. So there is, I think, something to be said about that aspect of it, but she's very, very active as far as field goal attempts overall. That was something that we had mentioned last game or last stream for this one as well. But the volume would be there. The shooting volume is going to be there. I think the RA will still be sustainable. It's just, one, can she land multiple threes? Because that's really where her upside's been coming from. Or can she just get there on efficiency? So I like the spot. I like the pace up. I probably lean, even with a bump, maybe towards the PRA side slightly more. But if you want to run the PA, I get it.
All right. Reggie for 3 says, what's a good 4-leg parlay today?
That's a good question, man. That is a good question. I don't have that answer for you off the top of my head because we're still waiting for a little bit of news. And unfortunately, the news is going to kind of handicap some of our next plays right now. But we got the taco up for another 2 hours or so. Once we get news on at least the Chicago side of things, that'll make it a lot easier. Trying to find out for Atkins and news on Angel Reese, minutes, X, Y, and Z. If we had to go in the dark, though, I mean, you could play a couple of alt lines. We got to get our chamber plays ready, so we will find that out. But man, unless it's Flex Friday, you'll never catch me playing a 4-leg parlay like anywhere. It's always 2s, 3s at the most.
Yeah, and Prizepicks now giving 6x for 3 picks is a great. It makes Prizepicks just feel so much better to me. It's actually like a place we can definitely profit and take their money as well. So thank you, Prizepicks, for giving that up because everyone else was doing it. They're like, we got to do it. We're at 48 likes, man. We only need 2 more.
Let's go.
48 likes, guys. 2 more would be amazing. Thank you guys so much. Hakeem Imran is back and says, will the Liberty get swept at home? Ooh, we don't know. We're about to find out.
No.
Woo! It's going to be exciting.
That's the big question.
Yes, it is. I'm interested to see what Sabrina can do today because she got to get off her ass. She got to start chucking in the first half. I don't know what the hell's going on. She's one of the best players in the league. She got to start doing something. But anyways, we're at the end of the questions. We're at 48 likes, 2:15 p.m. California time. I see you eyeing that taco.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to give you, I guess, if we were to build something right now, what the best options would be. Probably something with Tina, man. I hate playing Tina on the road, but God, she's in such a good spot today. Her probably straight up points, honestly. So something with that. Now, let me preface: these are not official plays. Official plays will be posted as official plays in the Discord. But if I had to look, hers was still pretty low. I think McBride, she's been an absolute stud in this matchup. Now, obviously, last game she got bailed out with free throws, but she still put up her point marker. And it's a little weird. She was at 15.5 points last game, so I'm kind of surprised they bumped her back down.
Do they have Malanga props up on Prizepicks now? I see they had Malanga on the other sites. Do they have her now? We might get her second half. She's been... Oh, there we go. What's she at?
Yeah, I mean, hey, bro.
Yeah.
We don't have a normal prop for her. Just rebounds.
Well, the rebounds, yeah, I guess they're kind of scared. They don't know what to do with her. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll see what happens in the first half. I mean, who knows? I mean, if they blow out Chicago, she might play a good amount in the end. Who knows? It's so hard to call her, but if she gets minutes, she's murdering her props.
I know.
We just don't know.
I know.
Just don't know. Hamby 14.5. That's always a fucking smacker. I just have no doubt when I put Hamby in the queue. She has not failed us yet. Knock on wood, but she has not. Reggie 43 says, "Who do you guys trust to get their points on Seattle?" I thought I could throw that out there while you're still looking here. What do you think about Seattle players with points today? NECA. Hard to tell.
That's been. I mean, pick two players. Close your eyes and pick two players from the starters and pray that they get there.
Well, that's cool.
I mean, honestly, I would say it's weird to even say this, but NECA has probably been the most consistent as far as like just game to game guarantee somewhere in that 15-point range. Got to be NECA.
Yeah, I think so too. She's made us the most money on that team. I think Gabby used to have some consistency, but now with Sykes, it's hard to pick. Although she could do something today. Look at that up and down yo-yo shit with Skylar. Bro, damn, NECA not even doing it either.
So bad.
Yeah, the whole team.
And I mean, that's the problem you have with this team too. It's just like there's just too many good people. Like, there's too many good players.
Yeah, this team when they're all out there and Sykes is running around looking good, this team is scary, bro. If they could figure out how to play together, holy shit! Every player got just something about them that's unique and elite. So it's dope. Reggie 43 says, "I hate picking." Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, and also at this point, you can't even trust the minutes. I mean, we saw this last game. Skylar was getting benched down the stretch, and then Wheeler started playing really well, and then she got benched. So, I mean, NECA has really the only trustworthy person as far as, like, minutes as well.
Yeah. Hey, you saw what, and this is a cool example to tell people, man. If you're not in the Discord, and when we're doing, what we're saying by live betting is Prizepicks puts up stuff, if you don't know, in the point section while the games are going on, and they move the lines around, and you can find crazy value during the games. That's what we've been doing. But I thought of that because NECA on Saturday, she had 2 points in the first half of the first quarter, and they moved her points down to 9.5. 9.5. So there's shit like that that's going to happen today. That's where we're going to make our money. So come jump in the Discourse. It's going to be fun. Reggie says Sparks have lost too many gimme games. And he also said, what did he say earlier? I swear he said something. Oh, he said he hates picking between Tina and Morrow rebounds. Morrow is stealing the rebounds.
Yeah, man. She was like flying in off the top of the ropes to try and steal the rebounds from her teammates last time. I mean, it was pretty impressive to see her get up there like that. But yeah, and that's also, I guess, why, I might pivot away from, even though the rebounds look phenomenal from Tina, like, don't get me wrong, she had 8 or 9 and 10 rebounds in both of the games, but that was much earlier in the season and a much different version of Tina. So yeah, I'd probably have to give the rebounds to Morrow here overall, but Tina should have some really good potential scoring upside.
Look at what Fade King says, bro. He says, hold up, let me get my 2 kids' phones and get you guys to that 50. See, people like that.
Hey.
People like that in this world. There's not many of Fade Kings around, so appreciate you, bro.
Hell
all right,
yeah.
that's
Love
what's
to
up.
hear it.
David Watlington says Shakira fantasy points at 29.
That one was pretty low too, honestly. I mean, there could be some really, really solid block and steal upside from her today if we get Tina to show up, and actually do her thing, try and shoot the ball. It's kind of tough deciding between, because I mean, you're looking at that and almost like for Alana, almost for the same price. That gets a little bit steep there for some of the other options you could get for the same thing. I mean, same thing was said for Cardosa or even NECA for that matter. But is Shakira on Underdog right now? Is she 28.5?
Shakira on Underdog. Let's take a look. And as I'm looking, I see Dirty Reg say he loves the name Reggie from another Reggie. So now we know what Dirty Reg 22, and I always say Dirty Reg and he never stopped me, but it's Reg. Dirty Reg 22. Shakira is 29.05. They love adding that 0.05 for whatever reason, but that's what she is on Underdog. Yes, sir. Dirty Reg 22 says I need 500 ball the rest of the way for the Sparks to hit 21 wins. Hopefully they do, man. I like the Sparks.
They should, man. I'm so disappointed with that team's so loaded with talent, and they, as that person just commented, they've lost so many gimme games, and they have, man. Even this last one, I broke my own rules this last game because they were playing Dallas, and I was like, oh, I'll take them. They'll beat Dallas, no problem. Barely won by one.
Can't call it. Get off them money lines and spreads, guys. Those are tough unless you really have something you love. C-Dot says, we started an hour early today, guys? What the heck, guys? Guess what? The cool part about starting early today, I just realized, we have the most people watching that we've had in a while. 65, 70 we got to, and 50 likes, guys. I mean, that's more than we've had here in the last couple weeks, so appreciate you guys. And it's probably because we got some new people from the beginning that don't watch at that time, and then they hit the likes and then brought the other people, and here we are. And we have Ian here too to make the day even better.
Well, technically speaking, this used to be our original time slot.
Was it? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we were definitely an hour.
I don't even remember.
That's okay.
Those days.
We're digressing.
We're digressing. People got to adjust. Ian says, would you do a 3-man with Hamby and Asia Taco? Yes, Ian.
I would.
He says he likes Asia. He says he likes Hamby. What would the third be? I knew he was. Oh, I didn't even see the next question, but then knew he was going to say that next. Look, and if so, what's the third? Ian. We love you, Ian.
Yeah.
All right. What would be the third?
There's some pretty honestly, there's some really, really low sweats here you could get today. Like McBride at 9.5 points. That's super damn low. Bantam, if we got news about that. Let's see. AT, I'm not in love with AT today. I know that we didn't really cover a whole lot from this game, but the scoring downside for her is pretty substantial. And this will be the first time where all three players are healthy. All three of AT, Copper, and Satu playing in this matchup. We have not seen that so far this season. I like the RE, at least the assist upside for AT, so even still maybe something for that, but God, Golden State plays so slow, man. Just makes you want to rip your hair out. Something like this. I could back this. A little 2.75, all discounts.
Those look like bad money. Those look like money right there. Players just got to do a little worse than normal and they're going to hit, so that's always a good feeling. Black Belt Bobby says, forgot my like. That means he hit the like, and now we're at 54 likes. Damn, we're coming up today, guys. Hakeem Imran says, again, love from Malaysia. That's what's up.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Appreciate it. Appreciate the love.
Yeah, hey, man. What's up?
We definitely try to help make any kind of worldwide money. I know they got sports parlays everywhere.
Oh, hell yeah. And Malaysia's like somewhere out there. Where is it exactly? I want to say, I know it's down there underneath Thailand and stuff. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see, because we're always down for some other sports, in different areas as well. We love to bet those degen sports too. Like, what do we got? Japanese baseball. What do we do for basketball before? The women's? What was that? Australian women's basketball. We're into all kinds of funny shit. It's dope though.
Australian, Eurobasket.
Yep, all of it, because there's value there too. Black Belt Bobby says Asia Taco's high like a giraffe. I mean, it's Asia though. It's Asia. It's big Asia.
It is Asia.
Damn, E, we got 54 likes today, man. What the hell?
Some kind of combination of this. I even like this Alicia Gray 11.5 points. I'm really surprised they keep even giving that as an option. So some kind of hodgepodge like this.
It's not bad. That is not bad. If it was the old WNBA where everything was just fucked off and shit was going random, it'd be scary. But nowadays, been a lot better. Stuff you think's gonna happen has actually been happening more often than not, which is a nice feeling when you're trying to make money.
Yeah, honestly.
All right, bro. Well,
Yeah.
what you thinking?
Probably just we might just ship this today as far as just keeping it light and simple. Not trying to donate too much today. We made so much money over the weekend, honestly, and with there being 5 games, we'll have plenty of stuff as far as, you know, live bets and stuff in the back pocket for any kind of news that breaks open. You know, I know it might seem like we are keeping it a little bit lighter today, and we definitely are, because the last couple of times actually having a bigger slate, we got a little bit gun-ho, played a lot of stuff that looked really good, and then honestly just ended up coming up with a terrible day overall. So less is more approach has been really, really solid for us. You know, let's just keep it high and tight for everything. No reaching, no donations, playing lines that have value and not just lines that look good.
Music to my ears. Amen and all that.
All right.
As people would say. Come jump in the Discord though, guys.
Yeah.
Live betting though, guys. Live betting. I'm telling you, today is going to be a phenomenal live betting day. Jump in the Discord. Today's a great day to start it off if you're not in there yet. 7-day free trial. What's it gonna hurt? Jump in, say what's up, follow some bets, make some money. Let's get out of here, E.
Let's get out of here. We appreciate you guys. Catch you in the Discord, and we'll catch y'all back here tomorrow for our usual stream. And good luck tonight. Peace.